But the battle still go on. We still have to fight for justice for him. Justice is the most important thing, and that is what we'll fight. We'll fight till we got the justice for Edward.
Also ahead this evening, UTAG begins preparation of a pact to bind presidential candidates to commit to the fight against illegal mining. We shall hear from the association. And ahead in business, plant medicine practitioners launch ambitious agenda to harness potential of the sector. We've got the details of these stories and much more news right here on News Tonight. Do stay. We get started this evening with Insight. On Insight tonight, a 5-member panel of the Supreme Court has granted a stay of execution of the decision by Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin to declare the seats of 4 members of Parliament vacant. The 4 MPs, 3 from the governing MPP and 1 from the NDC, will be contesting the 2024 elections as independent candidates after losing their party's primaries. Following the development, Speaker of Parliament Alban Bagbin declared their seats vacant on Thursday. Let's take a listen to the ruling from the Speaker.
Honourable members, it is important to note that the determination of whether a member of Parliament has resigned from their political party or has joined another party is a matter of fact. In 2020, during the tenure of Right Honourable Professor Amaku as Speaker of Parliament, a notable instance occurred when the New Patriotic Party notified the Speaker that the Member of Parliament for Formina, Honourable Andrews Asiema Amaku, was no longer a member of the party. The MPP requested that the seat be declared vacant in accordance with Article 97(1) of the Constitution, citing that the Member of Parliament had filed to contest the upcoming elections as an independent candidate, which violated the party's constitution. In response to this request and notification, Right Honourable Professor Amaku proceeded to declare the seat vacant. However, I must emphasize that this ruling made by the previous speaker does not bind other speakers, including myself. It is important to point out that in the present matter before the House, the notice of poll is available at the Electoral Commission on all the 275 constituencies. I have duly taken note of the notice of the poll, and furthermore, no member in making comments to the statement made to the House by the minority leader denies these glaring and notorious facts. And so, what is my role in all this? Honourable members, it is important to point out that the Speaker is called upon by the standing orders of Parliament, particularly Order 18, to inform the House of the occurrence of a vacancy of the seat of a member under Clause 1B to E, G, and H of Article 97 of the Constitution. Accordingly, I proceed to inform the House that by the notification of the polls, the following members of Parliament have by their actions vacated their seats in Parliament. The members are Honorable Peter Yao Kwache Aka, NDC MP for Amenfi Central in the Western Region, now referred to as an independent parliamentary candidate for the same constituency. 2, Honorable Andrew Amaku Asiama, independent member for Fomna constituency in Ashanti region, now referred to as MPP parliamentary candidate for the constituency. 3, Honorable Kojo Asante, MPP MP for Suhum in the Eastern region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. And finally, Honorable Cynthia Mamile Morrison, MPP MP for Agona West constituency in the Central region, now referred to as independent candidate for the same constituency. These MPs cannot be allowed by law and my good self to continue to pretend to be representing people that they don't believe in and they don't have any loyalty for in this house any longer. The house is accordingly.
But an unhappy leader of the NPP in Parliament, Alexander Afenyo-Markin, filed an ex parte motion at the Supreme Court on Friday. After hearing the submission of the NPP group in Parliament, the 5-member panel chaired by the Chief Justice, Gertrude Tokonu, granted a stay of execution. Here is the reaction of the NPP MPs after the ruling by the court.
We said until the matter is determined, we are not going to go to Parliament, and that will abide by the ruling of the court. Today, the court has determined the matter and has ordered the parties to file the necessary processes for the final determination of the matter. That is it. So we expect our colleagues and all those involved in this matter to respect the law, including the right Honorable Speaker. We don't have any personal qualms with anybody. Ours is the law. But then let me quickly repeat this. To party members, to MPP full soldiers, to MPP parliamentary candidates, to MPP executives, let's go all out to work hard. President Akufo-Addo has done a yeoman's job. Of course, we don't have a perfect government, but we have elections to win. If we go all out and win massively, this NDC behavior will be a thing of the past. If you look at Central Region, for instance, where the president won 19 seats and parliamentary seat we won only 10. This is not a time to say you don't like a friend, somebody is upsetting you and you vote skirt and blouse. We don't need skirt and blouse. We need Baumia with all the parliamentary candidates across the 275 constituencies. So please work hard, let's finish hard and let's win and put these NDC guys to shame.
Now, GHOne TV caught up with MPs for Adanse Asokwa and Doma East, Katie Hammond and Chum Berima, and they had this to say.
This is a matter of clear interpretation, and without adopting the famous mobile mode of interpretation, just do the literalist one. Read it in the way it is. It's so clear. Listen to how the Supreme Court went about it today. I got the hint that they were a little upset. To send 4 people back home, 4 members of parliament who had been elected by their respective constituents to come to parliament, send them back home, and so to create non-representations in their respective constituencies. I thought it was atrocious, and I told you yesterday. So yeah, read the Constitution. This is separation of powers. The Constitution, which separates the various powers of the various segments of government, states categorically when it comes to matter of interpretation, it is this house. It says this: anything done by any entity, and the entity includes the various. I mean, are you suggesting that the executive, the parliament may be stronger than the executive, or the executive is stronger than the legislature, or whatever? But when there is an issue about the executive, it ends up here. When there is an issue with the legislature, it ends up here. This is it. This is why I told you yesterday, the rules have their masters. Their masters are here.
No, clearly. I mean, yesterday we told you that the speaker really went beyond his boundaries. Clearly, it has been established by the Supreme Court, the highest decision-making body in our country, that truly went beyond his boundaries. He should take it easy. He should come back. Let's sit on a case and get a case properly done before he can think about what he intend doing. And really, this was what we were expecting him to do, and we are happy. I mean, we all have confidence in the court, and clearly, once again, the court has done its job, and we are happy about it.
Well, finally, what will be your message to the two of your MPs who are going independent, who are now returning?
What we are saying that is to what just to re-emphasize what the majority leader said. Majority leader said that all the sundry of the new patriotic party should put themselves together to put their hands to the wheel and ensure that we come back, we win, and win convincingly.
Now, Ibrahim Alhassan is our parliamentary affairs correspondent. He was in court for this case, and he joins us now for more on this. Ibrahim, it's good to have you. Now, what exactly are the grounds for the Supreme Court stay of execution, and what does it mean for the MP's status?
The decision announced by Speaker Amaku yesterday, which got the minority side excited and given the situation for some Tuesday, they will be occupying the right side of the Speaker and become the majority and go ahead to name their leader as majority leader and then take over the chairmanship position and the various committees. Will not happen, naturally. What this means is that the status quo will remain. The status quo is the fact that the NDC will be the minority, sit on the left side of the Speaker. The NPP, together with the one independent MP, the former MP, who decided to caucus with the NPP, who can occupy the right-hand side of the Speaker and then remain the majority. But of course, aside that, we are waiting to what Speaker will say.
Alhassan, our parliamentary correspondent, joining us with that update. And we'll certainly bring you more on this development. But the majority in Parliament has described the decision by the Speaker of Parliament, Alban Bagbin, to declare seats of 4 MPs vacant for switching allegiance as evil. Alban Bagbin yesterday handed down the decision following a request from the minority citing Article 97. Addressing the media in Parliament, Majority Leader Alexander Afenyo-Markin argued that the Speaker only did the bidding of the NDC, with its ruling questioning its basis in parliamentary practice. The Afutu MP further reiterated his side will boycott Parliament until the Supreme Court makes a final determination on the matter.
Ghana to condemn the conduct of Mr. Speaker and then the NDC minority. And it was very rich. It was very rich to hear Dr. Forson immediately proclaiming to be a majority leader. In fact, Mr. Speaker himself, in spite of doing their bidding, fell short of declaring them to be the majority, in spite of all. And then he still found space to address me as majority leader and still address him as minority leader. But again, they further exposed themselves, because immediately after, their flag bearer was on a campaign platform claiming that God has given them the majority status. Is that how God grants majority status on individuals who are full of mischief, vicious, and evil? What they did was evil. What they did in Parliament yesterday was evil. NDC does not believe in democracy.
Well, certainly more on this developing story subsequently here on GHOne TV. In other news this evening, the government is expected to launch the credit scoring system on November 7th this year. The system is part of moves by government to help Ghanaians purchase items without physical cash and has been one of the campaign promises of the MPP flag bearer, Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia. The date for the launch was announced by Dr. Bawumia in Yeji when he called on the paramount chief of the area as part of his tour of the Bono East region.
Enti adeɛ mmiɛnsa ehia for the credit system aye juma we bruchire no identity, digital address, any bank account, no, and Ghana, yes, we are Ghana. So, Nami Jin say, because before a credit system no be jumano just say obia work ade aye friend of credit score na me dwen say next year and I be we say jumano ya bi na ya hye credit scoring system ya de be ye juma ama nipa credit no but nyame adom ye wie that job, that business, we finished ye wie so nyame adom on the 7th of November, we are going to launch Ghana's credit scoring system. The whole of Africa, only one country in sub-Saharan Africa has a credit scoring system, and in South Africa. Only South Africa. Ghana will be the second country in Africa with a credit scoring system. Anybody or Ghana card will have a credit score. Na etimia mawu, etimia credit. Uye tailor ni na upe machina. No timia kofa no utia kakra. Upe car. Uye teacher niya. No kofa no utia kakra. Na sano ema asitinum no eyemre ama obia.
Well, meanwhile, former President John Dramani Mahama says that the Akufo-Addo-Bawumia-led MPP administration qualifies to write a book on how to ruin a thriving economy in 8 years, adding that it will fetch them money in opposition. He emphasized that he handed over a healthy economy in 2017 to the current government, which has been mismanaged due to bad leadership, causing unbearable hardship to Ghanaians. John made these remarks during a mini rally at Afena in the Ningo Pram constituency as part of his campaign tour of the Greater Accra region.
The MPP government that took over in January 2017, it is clear to all Ghanaians that they have failed. They have failed completely in all aspects of our progress and of society. But the worst failure is in the management of our economy. Today our economy is in a complete and total mess. But NDC has managed this country before. And NDC, when we manage the country, we don't shift blame onto other people. We take responsibility and we fix the challenges. And so one of the things I have said is that when we come into office, the first thing we're going to do in the 120-day program is that we're going to hold a national dialogue on the economy. And we're going to open the books for all of you to see the damage that MPP has done to this economy. They took a healthy and thriving economy from the NDC administration, and in 8 years they have destroyed it. The MPP qualified to write a book on how to destroy an economy in 8 years. It should be a standard textbook for all secondary schools and universities. That is the book Bawumia and Co should be writing. That is the book Ken Ofori-Atta should be writing. That is the book Nana Akufo-Addo should be writing. How to destroy a healthy economy in 8 years. It will be a bestseller. So when they go into opposition, they should go and write that book. They can be co-authors of that book.
Well, with just 50 days to the 2024 general elections, we remain your election hub with the most comprehensive election-related stories. More on that subsequently. You're watching News Tonight. Do stay. You're welcome back to News Tonight here on GHOne TV. And some more news this evening. The University Teachers Association of Ghana, UTAG, has commenced the preparation of a pact to fight against illegal mining. The pact aims to force presidential candidates and other stakeholders to commit to the fight against the menace. You will recall that the leadership of UTAG on October 10 declared an indefinite strike following a decision by organized labor to suspend a planned industrial action. Despite the government's commencing with the processes to revoke environmental protection, mining in forest reserves, that regulations 2022 LI 2462, a statement signed by the National Secretary of UTAG, Dr. Ilyasu Mumuni, further directed members to stay home until next week as advised. Now that's the statement, some excerpts of the statements that you see on your screen. Joining us via phone now is the Secretary for UTAG, joining us via Zoom in fact, is the Secretary for UTAG at the University of Ghana, that's Dr. Jerry Hansen. Good evening to you and thank you for joining us here on News Tonight. Now you have commenced the preparation of this pact against illegal mining. First of all, what necessitated the move and what outcomes are you looking at the pact having?
Thank you very much. I think that we all can witness the devastation small-scale mining is having on our country, and so we thought that, having done a lot of research in various aspects of mining and sustainability, we are better pleased to be able to help the government in implementing sustainable mining policies that protect the environment for the sake of the future. And so with everything that is going on, we thought that people who are going to be entrusted with political power should be willing to sign on to a pact that commits them into taking certain measures that ensures that we can protect the environment.
Now, Dr. Hansen, how is UTAG going to ensure that these presidential candidates actually commit to this pact?
Well, through dialogue, we have already spoken to many of these political parties. They all understand the impact of galamsey on human lives. And so, as people seeking executive authority, I believe that it is only right that if they truly mean well for the people, then they commit substantially to fighting illegal mining. And so we've had dialogue with many of them, and they've shown their commitment to coming on board with us and signing something that would bind them into taking decisions that stop illegal mining.
Well, as it stands, as you know, we have a case where the leaders of the two major political parties are not even interested in debating one another. In the event that these candidates fail to abide by this pact, what are the consequences and the measures that will be taken against them?
Well, right now, UTAG is on strike for the same reason. I think that as citizens, the Constitution empowers us to use our civic rights in pressing home demands for certain changes, and certainly industrial action is one of them. We hope that we can convince them to be on board with us and to chart a path of sustainable future for all Ghanaians. And so that is what we would try to do. But if that doesn't work, then we are more than willing to lay down our tools and press home our demand for better environmental protection.
You say you've commenced preparation of the pact. When is it likely to be completed?
We are currently almost done with it. You know, we have a lot of experts in the mining field. A whole University of Mines and Technology has UTAG members who are dedicated to various aspects of mining. And so we are developing a comprehensive framework that we believe put us back on the path of sustainable mining. And very soon, in the coming days, we would make it available for all Ghanaians to see.
Very well, thank you for your time this evening. Joining us, that was Dr. Jerry Hansen with UTAG of the University of Ghana. More on that subsequently. In other news this evening, The founder of the Alive Chapel International, Archbishop Elisha Salifu Amaku, has apologized to the families of the two persons who were killed in the car crash at East Legon, which was caused by his 60-year-old son. The man of God, who is currently on a 50,000 cedis bail, went on his knees to apologize to the families a day after his release from police custody. Let's take a listen to his apology.
Samatomo Mama Efrimu me Salifu Amaku and I me Kasai Mesram Amuhume Mabo Nadia Sibiano Erade Encheche More na the Mesra Busian for no two-sided no se Moncheche More Erade Shamodin Erade Mama Hodin Mesre Ghana for nyina say omonso asofom ewo Ghana anywhere say nyina mompa abusuafo chew emame I can't explain myself mean to me explain me ho asam na atome no bedwene ho ansisi so masuama meni ahode amede be so biom enti Mesre abusuafo nyina I'm begging the family, the entire family. Say Monchichi More, Erade Mama Modin, Erade and sustainable, Erade Mamu that courage. Into Mesre, Namasha Busian Fording, and Kolana Mami, and Kolana Papa Mom, and be strong.
Well, our condolences go out to the affected families, and you may know that a vigil was held and has been held as well today for these two affected persons. More on that developing story subsequently. In other news, father of slain students of OReilly School, Edward Saki, has vowed to pursue justice for his son. Speaking to GHOne TV on the sidelines of the burial of his deceased son on Friday, Enoch Saki disclosed that he will be heading to court on October 21 to seek justice for his son.
Edward Saki was stabbed to death by his classmate in the heat of an argument on September 2, 2024 at the OReilly Senior High School in Accra. The incident shocked the public and created confusion between the family of the deceased and the school authorities. The solemn ceremony attracted family and friends of the deceased. The sympathizers could not hold back their tears. Father of Edward, who spoke to GHOne News, while thanking the public for their support, admonished the Ghana Education Service to be circumspect in the recruitment of teachers.
I'll plead with the government. If they want to employ teachers to the school, you have to employ people that have sympathy, people that have humanity, people that have feelings for human. Because what really happened to my son? If not the teachers, I don't think my son will lost his life. So I pray to the government that whenever they want to employ teachers, especially teachers, because they are the people that give our children future. If the teachers are not important, like we'll keep our children at home, we'll not even send them to school. To me, I will advise all parents to really examine wherever they are taking their children to, make sure security wise, one, care, two, and discipline. That is what they don't have in that school.
He vowed to continue to pursue justice for his slain son.
We've find a place for him to sleep. That we all pray that may the Lord give him a good place to sleep. But the battle still go on. We still have to fight for justice for him. Justice is the most important thing, and that is what we'll fight. We'll fight till we got the justice for Edward. And then I know and I believe that justice will be granted to Edward.
The late Edward Saki's classmates were also around to bid farewell to him. Evelyn Jemfwa led her mates to the burial ground, and she had these words for other students.
I will tell them not to involve in any fight, and if you have an issue with someone, please just let it go, because it all started with an argument and it didn't end well. We've not felt okay since he left us because we were in the same hall with him in the last paper. So we couldn't feel okay though, but we had to stand firm for it. We know he's okay wherever he is.
The family of Edward Saki have hinted of going to court on the 21st of October 2024 in their pursuit of justice for their slain son.
More on that subsequently. You're watching News Tonight here on GHOne TV. We bring you business news next. One of the busiest footbridges in Accra, the Medina Footbridge, has been turned into an unofficial marketplace. While the vendors say they are trying to make a living, the congested space now poses a serious safety risk to pedestrians. Mary Appiah was there and she found this report.
This is the Medina Footbridge, constructed to keep pedestrians safe from the heavy traffic below. But it is now crowded with traders who have turned the place into a mini market, selling everything from food to clothes. The traders say the space helps them get their means of survival, as there are no other spaces for them to do so.
I didn't know what's in Feminam, no, was in Toshi. I had a yes, Romusem, Yedibiatra, a massive dinty, Naya Sadana, Mopamoya, Omobakoya, Musi for money and see you much if you say any baby. For trying to treatment, then I was here, Bessie Jasada, say, Betoka Clama, you could fear. Yes, you need a man, Ibenaka Clayden, Eddie. Into Mopamoya, Mokoya, near yes, you much. See any baby yet. Miss Ayani, better be a boy, Kakra.
This, however, has become inconvenient for pedestrians, as navigating the footbridge to the other side has become a challenge.
The authorities who are supposed to act are not acting, and everybody is doing whatever he or she likes. But to me personally, I don't think it's the best. We have the market there where they are supposed to go to do their selling, and they are not doing it, and nobody is also saying anything.
Oh, we should sack them all, because at times if you are working here, you won't get a place to pass. Do you get me? You see, people are dodging before passing. So we should do something about it.
This is supposed to be a footpath for the pedestrians, but more or less a market now. And sometimes it creates so many inconveniences. When you are walking, the space is very small. People do to pick you on the way because you don't have more space to move. So I think if the authority can do something about it, it would be very nice.
A member of the Lankwantanan Municipal Assembly who spoke to GHOne News says efforts to get the traders out of the place has proven futile, notwithstanding the arrest of some of them.
They have given the mandate to city guard to maybe see to it. As I'm talking to you this morning, they have arrested about 20 people this morning, whereby they're supposed to find them or send them to court, which I know. But per the circumstance that we are now, they have to eject them from the place.
What was intended to facilitate movement of people from one point to another seems to be losing its value. The Medina Footbridge, which was built to ease movement of pedestrians and ensure safety, is now more of a marketplace than a passage. Stalls and vendors have occupied every available inch, turning the already narrow bridge into a crowded and chaotic scene. For GHOne and Star News, Mary Appiah.
In other business news, the Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners has launched the Green Gold Agenda, an ambitious initiative aimed at harnessing the vast potential of traditional medicine to benefit from the World Health Organization's projected $4.5 trillion market value by 2050.
Ghana Federation of Traditional Medicine Practitioners, their current $7.5 million contribution to the country's gross domestic product is woefully inadequate, considering the sector's enormous potential. To ensure this figure increases, the association launched the Green Gold Agenda to change the narrative to create more jobs through expansion and investment.
For me, there's the need to close the gap. And by closing the gap, we can handle the potential implants, concentrate them, and give them to pharmaceutical industries so they can also use them to produce their drugs. So this is the way to go. We produce concentrate, phytochemicals, pharmaceutical companies, for them also to use it to produce drugs. That's the only way we can bridge this gap.
The Green Gold Agenda necessitates international certification for members of the association to tap into the international market.
They are all important medicines, so let us use both the natural medicine and the orthodox medicines. What we want to do is to bring up the traditional medicine to the standard of the conventional medicines so that it will gain the international market that we believe in.
The Green Gold Agenda is themed Sustainability of the Ecosystem, Harnessing Potential in Plant Medicine.
The Northern Electricity Distribution Company Netco Staff Association is calling for the complete withdrawal of the energy bill currently before Parliament. Now, this bill proposes merging all utility companies into a single entity under the Energy Minister's Directive. According to VRA and Netco Senior Staff Association within the Northern region, this withdrawal is essential for fostering meaningful dialogue with regards to debt restructuring, among others.
By review as staff, our demand was not to put a stay on the bills. We were looking for total withdrawal of the energy bills from Parliament.
Thank you.
So we are by this video informing the government that we want total withdrawal of the energy bills from Parliament. It's on that note that the staff of VRA and Netco will now be free. Until then, we will continue on to demand and put pressure on the government to withdraw those bills from Parliament. And we think going to merge us with a company that's already having debt hanging on its neck, we don't think it's with the best interest of the company and as a country. Sure. So if the government doesn't do anything, we will still use our legitimate rights to press home our demand. And inshallah, we are going to succeed in getting what we want.
We've got more business news on our website, starfm.com.gh. Do stay with us here on News Tonight.
underway this weekend with some interesting matchups. Kotoko take on defending champion Samatex at the Obuasi Lenkley Sports Stadium, and the head coach Ogum is looking ahead to this wonderful game. There's more of that in this report.
Asante Kotoko will be looking to reclaim the top. With confidence after a solid 2-0 win over Ghanaian FA Cup champions in Swatreman, marking their 5-match unbeaten streak. Kotoko tactician Prosper Nate Ogum is confident about his outfit chances ahead of their game against Samatex in the Ghana Premier League.
I think Samatex is a very good side, very structured side. Tactically, in terms of their arrangement on the field, you see that they have a structure and they have a style within the structure. So when you are playing them, you also have to be extra above them to be able to get the maximum points. Believe that we also have a structure that will play within the structure and then go after them. We are playing at home. The support will be behind us. The players have to have that belief that it's doable, even though they are the current champions. But I think we are also very competent. I know we are also a very confident side, and we can get the job done.
Elsewhere on Dreams FC, as they search for their first win of the season. Coming off an impressive campaign last season, where they reached the CAF Confederations Cup semi-finals, Dreams FC have found themselves in an unexpected slump, now facing the threat of relegation. They have struggled to fill the gaps left by key players who departed, and their new signings are yet to fully find their footing. Despite the challenges, Coach Karim Zito remains optimistic and is determined to turn things around against Hartlepool. Coach Abubakar Ouattara is targeting maximum points when his team faces Dreams FC in match week 7 of the Ghana Premier League.
You know, it's a suffolk. When we are going to battle, we are battling for the first things to get maximum points. You understand? And we are fighting to get the maximum points. It doesn't mean we are underrate anybody. We didn't underrate anybody. We are respect them. We know they are the strong side. We know it's a good team on the league in the last.
On Young Apostles on Saturday, Vision FC will play against Bechem United and Swatreman play against Basake Holy Stars. Brekum Chelsea take on Legon Cities, Karela play against Heart of Lions, while Mediama play against Nations FC. Gold Stars, meanwhile, will take on Adriana Stars.
From football, let's do some boxing news now, where the Ghana Boxing Authority has received a boost from UK-based boxing equipment company BoxUp to support the growth and development of boxing talents in the country. This promotion partnership, launched the donation of a full set of essential boxing gear, holds the potential for further contributions contingent on the performance of both amateur and elite teams in Ghana.
These initiatives could be seen as a timely and much-needed intervention. Although Dr. Stephen Addison, CEO of the BoxUp franchise, is Ghanaian, his initial focus was on supporting the growth of boxing in Sierra Leone, where he had been actively involved in developing local boxing talent. However, a mixed flight to Thailand changed his course, leading him to redirect his effort towards Ghana.
We're competing for the Olympics qualifier, the World qualifier, and I met him. In fact, I met one Sierra Leonean guy who also expressed interest to come to Ghana to come and invest in boxing. So in the course of our conversation, I met Dom, and Dom asked me where I was from. And I told him, I'm from Ghana. I said, oh, really? I'm also a Ghanaian.
That serendipitous encounter paved the way for the event, which culminated in a grand celebration at the Gamashi Hall of the Bukum Boxing Arena.
The partnership between BoxUp and Ghana Boxing Federation is all about encouraging greatness. You know, every Ghanaian has got greatness within them, and all we're doing through this partnership is bringing that greatness out through the power of God Almighty and the partnership of Ghana Boxing Federation and BoxUp.
Thanks to this generous gesture, the Ghana Boxing Federation no longer has to worry about securing kits for its national teams.
Boxing is not just going to be in Wembley or in Riyadh in Saudi Arabia, but boxing is going to be in Bukum, in Ghana. People are going to travel all over the world to see the greatness within us. And that's what we're about. That's what this partnership is about.
The evening also featured exhibition matches that showcased both amateur and elite boxing talents, adding excitement to an already momentous occasion.
Still staying in boxing, and a huge boost to Ghana's boxing community. Now, the father and trainer of IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois is in Accra to share some experiences. This is Don Charles's first visit to the country, where he's set to engage with local boxing talents, of course, at Coach Lawrence Loco's renowned Bronze Boxing Club.
Ghana's growing boxing scene received a major international boost with the arrival of Don Charles, father and trainer of IBF heavyweight champion Daniel Dubois. Charles arrived at the Kotoko International Airport on Thursday, 17th October, at the invitation of Coach Lawrence Loco's Bronx Boxing Club.
The purpose of my visit is to come and see my brothers. I've never been here. The love that I feel, I'm home, basically. I'm home. I left Nigeria as a 13-year-old boy with my family, originally a Biafran.
He was met by a cross-section of boxers, supporters, and a host of other boxing enthusiasts. Originally from Nigeria, Don Charles has been away from the continent for over 50 years and was delighted to visit Ghana for the first time.
We had a civilian war conflict in the 60s. And shortly after that war, my parents got moved to England, and I traveled as a 13-year-old to study, and 50 years later, I'm here. Okay, so God is great.
Aside from the tour of the Bronx Boxing Gym to inspire local boxers, Charles will also make appearances at local media outlets.
And that's it for sports.
Next on the bulletin, we bring you E-Zone. In entertainment news this evening, award-winning gospel artiste PSA Esther has shared insights on her journey as a gospel musician. The talented singer also discussed her latest song titled Atene, sharing the song's inspiration and significance. This uplifting track is a testament to her growth and commitment to spreading messages of hope and redemption. She spoke with Lantam and Sewa on GH Today.
There should be table no atene. You know, we all understand that word because we sometimes use that word. Oh, you know, now the table has 10, or very soon the table will turn. Now, no, there are some people they were at the back when they go to their family. Their families, they were the people that they are the most, wretched people. But you know, now no, the things have turned. And you're mad done. Who say Obianka first no or down before Obetimi Didi. But now table not turning.
Song and video is finally released. Congratulations to her on that. And that's how we draw the curtains on News Tonight this evening. Thank you so much for watching. It was produced by Musa Lanza and directed by Benini. From I and the entire crew, have a lovely evening. I'm Natalie Fort.